Okay.
I am imperfect, yet my imperfections, like any great piece of art, are what make me a masterpiece. Kelsey Silver. Social icons such as actors, singers, and especially models brainwash us into thinking our appearance should be perfect and flawless. Being miserable in your own skin can result in dangerous situations that can change your outlook on yourself forever. I have witnessed the effects of being unhappy about your body just by walking around a small high school. It's not only that media dictates our perception of perfection, but also the reason for humans to have the unfortunate qualities of personal responsibility, low self-esteem, eating disorders, as well as suicidal thoughts or actions. One of the most contributing factors to the downfall of media is our personal responsibility to filter out the self-damaging thoughts that originate from this very source. We as human beings allow media to enter our brains and tell us evil little lies about what we need to wear, look like, or do. Media will continue to convince men and women that they are flawed and wrong for simply not being in today's trends. Being fashionable and acceptable is turning into a lifestyle goal for many people of both genders. This is concerning because so many people are letting media manipulate them into being pressured to be someone they aren't naturally. Being natural in today's society is becoming more and more invaluable, and it's hurting our brain's mentality. Respecting yourself enough to not want to change just to fit in is one of the world's greatest attributes anyone could ever possess. This problem of feeling the need of acceptance and perfection is usually one of the symptoms of low self-esteem. Media seems to be the main source of many circumstances when it comes to low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is a result of media setting unrealistic goals for every human being to be flawless. Men and women can feel low self-esteem, but women are drastically higher in the statistics that media themselves publish. About 90% of females are miserable with their figure and turn to dieting and even starving themselves to succeed their image body shape. Sadly, only about 5% of the female gender has what it takes naturally to have the picture-perfect body in today's media. This low self-esteem dilemma should be treated by boosts of confidence when they see men or women their weight and their size being Victoria's Secret and Abercrombie models. Low self-esteem doesn't just appear because you don't like your statue. It usually involves some sort of bullying, whether it be at school, work, or even at your own home. Young adults, more than anyone, get consumed in social media, seeing all the most featured celebrities, not knowing how much plastic surgery, makeup, and airbrushing they do to their photographs. The only reason people feel the need to edit their photos are their opinion of themselves not being good enough, and to show people in social media that they are beautiful and young. This ever-growing problem of low self-esteem seems to be getting more and more of a problem in today's society. The domino effect of this concerning dilemma of low self-esteem may result in many other problems caused by media, such as eating disorders. As long as media displays the models being perfectly fit and flawless, people continue to create eating disorders in their lives. Eating disorders include the act of purging, binge eating, and many other problems. It seems as if the media wants everyone to be cloned into perfect physiques and cause people to beat themselves down into a pulp about their body faults. Many official websites profess that eating disorders are considered a legitimate mental illness. Eating disorders are a major risk of death, even more than alcoholism and depression. These specific mental illnesses put at least one person dying every hour directly from an eating disorder. Obviously, eating disorders are not something to joke about or play around with, due to the fact that they are extremely addicting as well as dangerous. Different forms of media can basically force an eating disorder on vulnerable beings just as much, introducing thoughts about the act of killing themselves. Media overall makes people feel insecure about their appearance. So much so that suicidal thoughts or actions may occur. Anorexia nervosa's suicide rate is a tremendous mortality rate, leaving at the overall highest suicide rate from any of the psychiatric disorders. Especially throughout young adults, side ruling does occur and it does affect even the least sensitive of people. So much so that they could develop suicidal thoughts or even take it into their own hands and commit fully to suicide. All sorts of media can make humans feel extremely excluded from today's society, resulting in serious consequences such as suicide. These awful symptoms of media dictating what we see as attractive is producing so many problems that the world can hardly process. Media is putting these suicidal thoughts in our heads, and it won't stop until we take a stand and look at ourselves with the confidence we should have had all along. The art of confidence comes from the acceptance of your natural physical state. So let's quit handing the life-sucking media our power and emotions and like what you naturally have when you look in the mirror. Starting off with Kelsey Silver and ending with Romans 12:16 and Psalms 139:14. So since we find ourselves fashioned into all these excellently formed and marvelously functioning parts in Christ's body, let's just go ahead and be what we were made to be, without enviously or pridefully comparing ourselves with each other or trying to be something we aren't. I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
So Tom?